Thank you for watching WJTV Plus. I'm Storm Team 12 meteorologist Austin Powell. But during this segment, I'm not here in my role as a meteorologist, but I'm here as a couponer, trying to save you money on those everyday essentials at the grocery store as well as the drugstore. Welcome to this week's segment of couponing with the Frugal Forecaster. So we got the normal deals this week. We've got Kroger and Walgreens, but also Costco has released their new monthly member only savings. So we're going to talk a lot about Costco today. But before we get there, let's do the normal. We'll start with the Kroger deals. These are the Kroger weekly deals for this week. So remember, their deals run from Wednesday to Tuesday. So this is March the 4th through the 10th. And we're going to start with those digital deals. The digital deals, of course, you have to download that digital coupon, put your phone number in at the checkout, and then you can get up to 5 of each digital deal. The first one is the Kroger cheese. This is 2 pound, either the 2 pound bags of shredded cheese or the 2 pound blocks. $5.99, normally $6.99. So you're saving a little here, but still, cheese is a common item that most of us use every day, so it's a good deal. You might as well buy it while it is on sale. Our next weekly deal at Kroger is going to be on the pizza and ice cream. These are the Red Baron or the Haagen-Dazs ice cream varieties. $2.99 is a good deal for each of these. I don't think the Red Barons go any cheaper than this. They might have gone down to 2.90 or 2.50 a piece at one point, but really, for the most part, expect these to be 2.99 is the cheapest they're going to go. Haagen-Dazs as well. I've seen those as low as $2, but again, 2.99 is not a bad price. You can buy up to 5. They're normally going to be 3.99 a piece. So you are saving a dollar by buying them this week, March the 4th through the 10th. Got a couple of other weekly deals here. The frozen dinners, the Lean Cuisine frozen meals, normally $2.49, $1.99. You can get the Lean Cuisine or the Stofers. Normally $2.49. So not a bad deal here. 50 cents off is what you're saving for each box that you buy. We've still got a few other weekly deals here. The deals are not terrible at Kroger this week, but this is not the best week that we've seen. Good deal on Fritos, though, $2.49 a bag. Again, you can buy up to 5. Also includes certain kinds of Fritos dip. You can buy a combination of 5 bags of chips. Mix that with the dip if you want, but no more than 5 in order to get the discount. Okay, we got a couple other deals here. These are not weekly digital deals. These are just the normal weekly sales. So this is a part of the Buy 5, Save 5 event. If you buy 5 or more items, you'll save a dollar off of each one. So this is a good deal on fruit snacks. I haven't seen them go below $1.99 in a few months now. A while ago. This has been a long time ago. I remember at Kroger, we used to get the fruit snacks. They'd mark the Betty Crocker ones down to a dollar a box. We would stock up. They would do that sale a couple of times a year. We would stock up because they're great just for a snack. Of course, they're not healthy for you, but they're not as unhealthy as some gummy worms or gummy bears are. But still, they were a good snack to take to school. So this week, the Betty Crocker fruit snacks, that includes the Mott's, like you see on the screen, the fruit roll-ups, the fruit by the foot, the Gushers, also just the normal fruit snacks. They've got like some SpongeBob ones. They used to have Scooby-Doo. I don't know if that's still a thing, but they've got normal fruit snacks as well, $1.49 a box. No limit on this, but you do have to buy at least 5 of the participating items to get them for $1.49 a piece. So for the Buy 5, Save 5, you can get fruit snacks. I've got another deal here. It's on Pop-Tarts. And they've got plenty of other deals as well. So we'll go to the next graphic here to show the Pop-Tarts. And this is Chex Mix as well. But still, $1.49 a piece for these as well. Now, the fruit snacks were normally $3.49 a box. You're paying $1.49. The Pop-Tarts normally $2.99. Good deal. I'm going to emphasize, though, you don't have to buy 5 boxes of fruit snacks or 5 boxes of Pop-Tarts. You can combine this with some other sales. There's plenty of participating items in the Buy 5, Save 5 sale. They'll have a blue tag on them in the store. There's also plenty in the sales ad. So check that out. These are just 2 of my favorite deals. $1.49 for each of these products. It's a really good deal, and I haven't seen them this cheap in a little while. All right, we're going to move on to some bacon. This is a weekly deal as well. You just have to put your phone number in at the checkout. Buy one, get one free on the Oscar Mayer bacon. Normally $8.49 a piece, so you're paying roughly $4.25 for a pound of bacon. The Oscar Mayer is good, so I think it's good bacon. So this is a good deal to take advantage of. Of course, any of these items that I talked about today, the stock may run out on them pretty quick. this is a good deal on the bacon. So if you wait too long, you might run out. The sales start on Wednesday. I would probably go as early as I can if I want some of this bacon. Okay, I think that's going to wrap up Kroger, and it will. We're going to move on to Walgreens. They got some good weekly matchups this week. The Febreze products are on sale for $3.49. They're normally up to $4.99 a piece. There's a $3.50 off 2 coupon. So you'll buy 2, $6.98. There's a $3.50 coupon. So that takes it down to $3.48 plus tax. But normally you'll pay up to $4.99 each. So you're more than half off for this deal. Another deal at Walgreens is on the toothbrushes and toothpaste. Once again, the Walgreens sales go through March the 7th. So this is going to be a Sunday through Saturday sale. March the 7th is when this sales ad runs through. A variety of toothbrushes and toothpaste, Crest or Oral-B, $3.50. So buy 3 of those for $10.50. Then there is a $5 off 3 digital coupons. So that means you're going to be paying $5.50 plus tax. But then you'll earn back a $5 in-store reward, which is those printable coupons. They do expire within 2 weeks generally, so you'll pay about 50 cents plus tax for these 3 items, and normally they're up to $4.49 a piece. So again, I talk about toothbrushes and toothpaste every week, but there's no reason to go to Walmart and pay full price whenever you can get these for almost free by going to Walgreens. All right, we've got another weekly matchup here, again on the P&G paper products. Had this one plenty of times in the past. They're running the deal again this week, $5.49 a piece. If you buy 5 or buy 4, you'll get a $5 in-store coupon. And also there's a $1 off coupon off of several of the items included. So I put 4 of those at the bottom of your screen. Get the Charmin Essentials, the Charmin, the Puffs, the Bounty, or the Bounty Essentials. Just be sure you buy 1 of each. There's going to be a $1 off coupon on each of those. So buy 4 for $21.96. Those the $4 off in coupons. So that's going to knock you down to $17.96. Then you'll earn a $5 in-store reward. So you'll pay $12.96 plus tax. I've talked about the P&G rebate before. This does count towards that. For the P&G rebate, you go to their website, just search P&G rebate, Google it. If you spend $20, you'll get $5 back. If you spend $50, you'll get $15 back. So this is not going to get you to either of those thresholds, but if you bought P&G products in the past, or if you want to pick up something else, you will easily get there because you're going to be paying $18 for this. So if you just pick a couple more dollars worth of stuff up, that will get you another $5 back. All right. Also, moving towards Walgreens again. This week's Point Booster. Y'all's may be different. I think they've been doing a lot of these recently, so you'll earn $5 in Walgreens cash on any in-store purchase or any pickup order. So you just have to clip this to your card, and then if you bought the toothbrushes or you bought the paper products or really anything, you can go in there and buy a pack of gum and you'd earn $5 in store rewards. If you had this coupon, of course, it varies by account, but I do think it's gotten to the point now where most people are getting the same deal. So if you don't want anything at Walgreens, just go in there and buy you some gum, and then you're going to get $5 in store rewards, and you're going to be earning back more rewards than what you're spending. Or you can stack this on any of the deals I just talked about, making it an even better bargain. Okay, that's wrapping up for Walgreens. Now, I want to talk about Costco because they just released some new member-only savings, and I'm always talking about how, if you go to Sam's, you're going to be saving a lot. If you go to Costco, you're going to be saving a lot. I'm not intentionally advertising for them. It just is a good deal. And to show how good of a deal it is, I want to compare what they've got on sale to how much you normally be paying. I chose Walmart because, we all shop at Walmart. I mean, we think of their everyday low prices. Yes, a lot of the times that's the case. They're going to be cheaper, but compare it to the sales, you'll see the big differences here. So one of their items, before I start that, these are for the month of March. So this goes through March the 29th. All these deals that I'm going to be talking about today for Costco, and then you can get on their website as well. I only chose a few of my favorite ones, but there's plenty of other deals on there to look at. So the Purdue chicken nuggets, $9.99 for 80 ounces. That's roughly 8 cents an ounce. And then compare that to Walmart. The exact same chicken nuggets, 29 ounces for $7.24. So you can obviously see $9.99 for 80 ounces or $7.24 for 29 ounces. You don't even have to do the unit math on that. It's obviously more expensive at Walmart. Comes out to 8 cents an ounce at Costco, 25 cents an ounce at Walmart. So you're getting 3 times the amount of chicken nuggets at Costco compared to Walmart. So that's a good deal. Another deal at Costco. You're going to see similar trends in all of these that I'm talking about today. The Cheetos, about $5 for 29 ounces. They are 250 off. And the chicken nuggets, let's go back, Jacob, just for a second here. The chicken nuggets were $4 off. So even if it wasn't $4 off, you're still going to be getting a better deal at Costco, just getting their normal price. Now back to the Cheetos. 250 off a big bag of 29 ounces. That makes it 17 cents an ounce. It's roughly going to be $5 a bag. Compare that to Walmart. $5.94 for 15 ounces. So just do the simple look at the price. Don't even have to really do the math. This is just estimate here. $5 for 29 ounces versus $5.94 for 18 ounces. So you're getting almost double for 94 cents cheaper. So that's a really good deal. 17 cents an ounce at Costco, almost 40 cents an ounce at Walmart. Good deal on those Cheetos. Next item here is the Chobani yogurt. $11 for 20 containers. They are on that savings for $6 off, which is really good for that yogurt. $11 for 20 containers, 55 cents a piece. At Walmart, you'll pay $4.67 for 4, which is about $1.17 a piece. So more than double at Walmart compared to Costco. And the one at Costco, of course, you may just say, oh, well, I just like the peach ones or I just like the strawberry kind. It may be the case. And of course, you're not going to want to waste that whole variety pack just to get a couple of the flavor you want. I think there's 5 of each kind in that Costco box. But the price is really good, and there is a nice variety in there. $6 off. Compare that to Walmart, a much better deal. All right, another deal. Honey Bunches of Oats cereal at Costco, $2.30 off this month, so it's about $6 for 50 ounces. That's going to be 12 cents an ounce. At Walmart, about $6 for 28 ounces, so about 21 cents an ounce. So about double once again. A good deal. And it's not just the Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds. There's another Honey Bunches of Oats variety that's included in there. I think it may just be the plain honey ones with no almonds. I'd have to go back and look. But it's like Costco will give you 2 25-ounce bags in that box. So it's not just going to be that one Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds. There is another flavor in there. But again, almost double at Walmart compared to Costco. All right. We're going to move on here. The Velveeta crunchy bars here, $12 for 30 packs at Costco roughly. They are on the rollback or the instant savings for $4.60 off. But Walmart, $8.48 for 12 packs. So you're paying roughly 40 cents a pack at Costco, 71 cents a pack at Walmart. So there's another obvious where, I talk about it's a lot of times it is cheaper at Costco and Sam's. Most of the time it is. But whenever they have these instant savings, which are even more off of their already lower prices, of course, you're going to be able to tell a big difference. So I know Costco has to pay the membership, but you can see here, if you shop at Costco enough, and this goes for Sam's too, it's not going to take much to earn how much you spend for the membership. You'll earn it back pretty quickly. Okay, some more stuff at Costco. We're moving on from the food. Got the deodorant. Now this, I knew this was a good deal, but I didn't really know it was this good of a deal. Actually, I buy this, the Degree myself, $4.50 off for that box. So it's got a 4-pack of Dove and a 5-pack of Degree. So the Dove is $12.49 for 4, and the Degree is $10.49 for 5. That's after the $4.50 comes off. Compare this to Walmart. At Walmart, you're going to be paying about $7 for one of the Dove sticks. Okay, so that would be about $28 that would be $28 for 4, compared to $12.49 at Costco. The Degree, you can get 2 for $8, so that's roughly $4 a stick. So 5 of those would be $20. So you're getting almost double, basically double, of the Degree at Costco with these prices. And then for the Dove, you're getting more than double for your money. So this, I didn't realize it was this big of a difference, but it is a huge difference. Sam's or compared Costco to Walmart. So it's a good deal. I know you may be like, well, I don't need 5 sticks of deodorant at one time. You'll use them eventually. So you might as well go ahead and get them while they're on sale, because it's much better to pay, it'd be much better to pay $10.49 for 5 Degree instead of $20. And then for the Dove, much better to pay $12.49 instead of $28. That's just the simple math on that. We're going to move on to some, I believe I've got some Tide on here. We'll move on to the next graphic. Yes, this is the Tide. $5 off, so it's going to be about $22 for 170 ounces. Something about Costco, I'll be honest with y'all here, their pricing is a little hard to see sometimes because Unlike Sam's, which will show you the in-store price, Costco will not. So the only way to get an idea of how much the item is at Costco is to pretend like I'm going to do a self-delivery to my apartment. Well, the self-delivery is, of course, is going to cost more because someone has to go in there and pick it up for me. They have to deliver it. So I'm adjusting these prices down to what I think they actually are. So I'm estimating here roughly $22, but it's likely even a little cheaper than that in the store. But still, regardless, you're going to get that $5 off. So $22 roughly for 170 ounces, could be between 20 and 22. But at $22, about 13 cents an ounce. Compare that to Walmart, 16 cents an ounce, because it's $25 there for less, 25 for 158 ounces. You got some Downy beads as well. Walmart doesn't have the exact same item. They've got the Downy, I think it's called, I don't know what it's called. It's like the purple and orange beads. It's kind of a mix of different scents in there. $3 off for 24 and a half ounces, so it's going to be about $12. Could, of course, be a little cheaper in the store. About 49 cents an ounce compared to Walmart. $16 for 24 ounces, so that's going to be about 67 cents an ounce. So you can see the difference here. All right, we're going to move on to our fast food deal of the week. So all that to say, Costco has some good deals this month. I haven't seen Sam's yet. They will be coming out in the next few weeks, and when they do, I will tell you about them. But in the meantime, there's some pretty good deals at Costco. We're going to talk about Domino's. They have brought back their any pizza deal. You can get any pizza with any toppings and your choice of crust. Of course, there's some exclusions. It says any toppings, but they're not going to let you say, oh, I want extra of every topping on the menu and just get this monster pizza. They're not going to let you do that. But any normal request, they'll probably let you do. You can get in the app and just see what it will let you add onto that pizza. The deal runs through April the 6th, and it's $10 for any size pizza. You can get up to a large with this. So you can get a large with make it your own specialty pizza, whatever you want on it, and that's a good deal. Normally, they don't do any lower than $15 for those large specialty pizzas, and you're getting it for $10 this time. Again, order it through the app to get this deal, and then you see there on the screen, I kind of took a screenshot. It says add deal. Just go under the offers in your app, and it will apply that deal for you. Place it for pickup at any Domino's location. I think almost all of them, if not all of them, are participating in this deal. I think it's a national deal. You can save even more money at Domino's, though. Here on the next graphic, we've got a deal at Costco. I just keep talking about Costco. Well, you can get $100 worth of Domino's gift cards for only $80 at Costco. They're going to email these to you, just like last week. We talked about we talked about Outback last week. Costco's got plenty of gift cards for this deal. You can get $100 worth of a lot of different restaurants, a lot of different companies for $80. Just purchase it a little before you're going to go, because it will take a few hours, sometimes up to a day, to come to your email. But they'll give you the codes in your email, and you just put them in the app. Pays for it just like a card would do. All right, we're going to wrap up with gas prices this week. Unfortunately, gas prices have really spiked over the past few days. Now, the averages don't show that. $3.11, we had been in the $2 range for quite some time. The national range has climbed above that to $3.11. That's up 16 cents from a week ago today. And then the Mississippi state average is $2.64. That's up 14 cents. That doesn't sound like much, but the average is not taking into account the changes that have occurred recently. Just today, we've seen gas prices jump anywhere from 50 to 80 cents above what they were on Sunday. So Kroger and Flowwood still $2.23, but I'm going to preface this by saying these gas prices are really rising quickly, and likely by the time you watch this podcast on WJTV Plus or the Spotify app, these prices, of course, they change day by day, but you'll likely notice some major differences. Kroger and Flowwood was $2.23 today, and Sam's and Madison $2.39, the same in Ridgeland. But I want y'all to compare this to the other Sam's. Sam's and Pearl already jumped $2.69. Usually there is some difference between the two Sam's, but usually not a 30-cent difference. Murphy USA and Flowwood, usually one of the cheaper places, has already jumped up to $2.84. It was about $2.23 earlier. So we're seeing 60-cent increases in some areas. Unfortunately, it does seem to be trending, as gas prices will be climbing over the next few days. Hopefully, they will stay below $3, but I'm really questioning that. I did see one gas station today as I was driving through Clinton was already up to $3.20 a gallon. So I realize that may be an outsider here, an outlier, but I just want to emphasize that these prices will likely be different by the time you watch this podcast. But just use that Gas Buddy app. It will continue to tell you where to get the cheapest gas, even though those prices do seem to be rising just across the board, unfortunately. Well, that's going to wrap up this week's segment of couponing with the Frugal Forecaster. I do appreciate y'all watching. I hope that you find some good deals if you're out at Costco. That seems to be where the best deals are at this time. But if you don't buy in bulk, Kroger's got some good deals as well as Walgreens. But as always, thank y'all for watching here on WJTV Plus, or if you're watching on the Spotify app, appreciate that as well. You can always reach out to me by emailing me at apal@wjtv.com. You can also message me directly through my Facebook page. If you have any questions about couponing or want me to discuss a particular topic, I will be happy to do it. But until next week, I'm meteorologist Austin Powell, the Frugal Forecaster, and thank y'all for watching.